David Silverman was with you guys, right?
He was with us. We flew him out. He's on the advisory board of Atheist Liberty, and he has done a fantastic job in working with us.
And David Silverman is an Ashkenazi Jew, right?
He a lot of people would describe him as Jewish. He was raised Jewish, and a lot of people would consider him to be of the sort of Jewish look and Jewish background.
Well, that's still his ethnicity.
But basically, to not make this complicated, yes.
Yes. And he got a lot of backlash for being there and being a Jew, correct?
By the Groypers online on Twitter. He told me personally he has not had this much anti-Semitism happen to him in years and years and years. These people are that hardcore.
So I need to talk to David Silverman about this, because David Silverman who is abandoning the left.
Oh, he already did.
Yeah, who abandoned the left is going now to the right, has not experienced this much anti-Semitic attacks on him for a very long time. For how ever, or for like, I don't know.
A long time. I don't know ever, but he told me a long time.
I want to know what his impression of the right is now after this experience.
So I can tell you what he told me. He told me today that he sees a lot of the people at the conservative at these conferences and in the conservative movement as very welcoming, very inclusive. Overall, we've gotten an incredible amount of positive attention from people at SAS. A ton of members, a ton of email signups, a ridiculous amount. And not only that, we even for the Christians that were there. Even some very passionate Christians that were there, we've gotten nothing but respectful disagreement, because we agree on so many other issues in the culture war that we're willing to, at least on certain issues, put aside our disagreements. Very similar to how the atheist movement, worked with people of other political backgrounds and objectives in order to win. But it's bad when we
I have a lot of questions, and I think I'm not going to be able to ask them because of how long your answers are.
They're long answers. I like to go on tangents.
Yeah, I think it's a good tactic. But anyways, Susanna, show us the goddamn tweets. Why are you not doing this?
I wouldn't be surprised. They said a lot of awful, disgusting things on Twitter, and I wouldn't be surprised if Susanna, you're having some difficulty right now trying to find stuff that probably wouldn't.
What can I even talk about? Wait, let me get the right tab. Okay.
Stop edging us.
As if you don't like it.
These are fun.
Here's one. Okay, so Nick J. Fuentes saying, seen at Turning Point USA Student Action Summit. Strippers. Okay, when Nick is talking about strippers, he is talking about women in leggings and crop tops that are branded with the Bang Energy logo, and they were blowing money into a crowd of
the CEO of Bang Energy. I think he's a CEO. He had a 1 hour speaking slot, advertising Bang Energy drinks, and a lot of people do this. They have nice looking, attractive women. Sometimes to promote products. That's just always been a thing. And what he decided to do is he's a very wealthy guy. He decided to take money and put it in sort of like a Turning Point cannon, like a t-shirt cannon or a cash cannon, and just shoot it out into the audience.
Yeah, and I saw other very hard right people saying that Charlie Kirk, we hate socialism, and then inserted a picture of them blasting money out of a cannon into a crowd. I'm like, I try so hard to be charitable. I'm hoping you're joking, but you cannot be seriously implying that you think that blasting money into a crowd is the same thing as socialism.
Mike, I want to also say things. Michael, you guys just brought up Michael Trollin's chat, and he's correct. Reuters not allowed at any conservative conferences. They've been kicked out and banned by Turning Point USA, banned by CPAC. By the way, we're on the CPAC planning committee for 2021. So that's
cancel culture. It's cancel culture. Why, you guys can't tolerate disagreements?
Huh?
Huh?
This is not disagreements. This is literal destruction. This is war. They call it literally the Groyper Wars in wanting to destroy these organizations. It's not just a debate between a far leftist and a conservative or anti-woke liberal. This is far beyond that. And Nick is simply using the sort of classical liberal free speech dialogue thing as sort of a weapon to say, oh, we're not in favor of free speech, so because of that, I should be allowed everywhere. And he's trying to kind of show that the conservative movement is hypocritical in that regard, when in reality, he knows that if he does that, he gets to kind of paint them as bad and evil.
My prediction is that a lot of the crazy stuff that is in the conservative movement is going to people like Nick Fuentes are going to be very useful to the conservative movement, because they're going to look less crazy when you compare them to people like Nick Fuentes.
True.
Yes, and overall, it's helped us a lot. We're not going to face any political repercussions, but these theocrats essentially attacking us straight up. It's actually a benefit to us to see that this is what the right used to be, and these people are even more extreme than the old religious right of the 1980s. I'll just make it very clear. There are even evangelical Christians that came up to us at the booth and were very nice to us. These people are more extreme than even the old moral majority. So the conservative movement, and I can speak on behalf probably of CPAC, of the ACU, of Turning Point, of YAL, Young Americans for Liberty, Young Americans Foundation. All these organizations condemn Nick Fuentes and the Groyper movement for what it's trying to do.
Wait, really?
Susanna, I demand more tweets, but go on.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's walk through the one we have up first, okay?
Okay.
So here is his demonstration of the degeneracy of this student action conference. Okay. Strippers, cash cannon. And then he explicitly names you guys: Atheists for Liberty use, underage drug and alcohol use, homosexual brand ambassadors, with conservatives like this. Who needs liberals?
I mean, thanks for the shout. You guys should really. This is the best shout out you've ever gotten. Look at this.
Look at this engagement too.
And it proves my point. It proves our point that the conservative movement is changing. That people like this guy are not allowed at conservative events. They're not allowed at conservative events anymore. Are things perfect? No. But we're Atheist Liberty on the CPAC planning committee, for example, for CPAC 2021, which will be taking place in Florida, actually Orlando in February. The ACU team and all the teams of these various organizations are very clear. They are not tolerating these guys by any bit whatsoever.
Oh my gosh.
All right, go
on. Here's another one. So Nick Fuentes shared this, and it's just Jana McNeil quote retweeting you guys.
Jaden McNeil is one of the people in the Groyper leadership. He runs an organization called America First Students.
So he tweeted this. He quote retweeted this with just wow. And then
wow. How horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're like worse than like drag queen story hour. We're so bad. We're like Satan.
Yeah. It's so fun. Just wow.
Hey, I have no problem with drag queen story hour, just to be clear.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and here's them like really hating on some like gay conservative people, influencers, I guess you would say. Yeah. So here's what they were pissed about. Like, wow. This is the strippers.
Conservative youth conference.
These are strippers, you guys.
There's, oh my God,
yeah, no, this is what I was talking about. This is TPS.
Have they never been?
Socialism stinks. Shoots thousands of dollars into a crowd of college students. You think this is socialism?
Capitalism. That's a product of that guy's wealth.
You think this is socialism?
Yeah. It's the opposite. That's a product of capitalism and the success of that company.
Why is this?
He's earned money into the audience.
Susanna, can you make that? Can you show us the full thing? That looks beautiful. Why full
You want-
screen
you-
that
full
screen
screen?
that thing? Yeah.
Okay.
We're degenerates, Armin. We are degenerates.
But have these people not been to strip clubs before that they think this is stripping?
Hell no! Are you kidding me? They're Catholic militants.
They're Catholic militants. That means that they could go and ask for forgiveness and everything will be fine. They could do whatever they want. But
Well, they do think that the Catholic Church has become the Vatican, at least. I believe this is Nick's stance that certain Catholic churches and the Vatican have become more too liberal recently, and they're sort of they're more, I guess, conservative Catholics from a few decades prior.
They're called church militants.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
the church militant is a far right Catholic organization that I follow because they are hardcore. Oh yeah, here's Paul Joseph Watson really not feeling
wow.
Himself a little bit more now to the Groyper movement, sadly.
Yeah.
He was always anti-modernity.
He was always anti-modernity, but for a long time he stayed out of it. He even supported Turning Point a little bit in the past. And like I remember even in some of his videos, he used to quote Christopher Hitchens at the end. But now he's I think even gone more far right. And he's now a supporter of Nick. It seems that way.
And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free. It's not even promotion. It's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.